a woman, Chris,
Mhm.
that when he gets sick at night,
Mhm.
to roll over and say, "Hey, woman, go get your child. He in there crying."
Right.
No, I had to get him go. When he had to go to a doctor's appointment, I couldn't even send my mama. Guess what? Because they're gonna say you're not the custodial parent.
Right.
You're
So
the
I mean,
grandparent.
did you
So I
become
had to do that.
okay? You guys weren't divorced when you took over your son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you were actually trying to get a divorce,
Mm-hmm.
and
And she
and she
didn't want to
wasn't
give it to
okay.
me.
She didn't want to get a
And
divorce.
then, we had this situation where she got upset with me and stuff. And then she went and filed child support because she was getting assistance. And so anytime you get assistance from the state, they want to know where the father is.
Right.
She didn't tell them, oh, well, we have 2 kids together. Now, she had another child by then. She had my daughter, and she had another child by then and was pregnant with another. And so she was like, she didn't tell them, well, he's got custody. We got 2 children together,
Mhm.
and he's got custody of one child, and I've got the other. They only knew about my daughter. They didn't know about my son.
So how old was your son at this point?
Anthony was about 5.
Okay, and she was pregnant with your daughter.
No, she had already had my daughter. My son and daughter 2 years apart.
Oh, okay, okay. So he
Okay,
was.
but she had some other children with this guy,
Oh, I see. I see.
and so when she went to court because she didn't tell them the full story,
Mm-hmm.
the court was trying to have me pay child support, even though we had gone through the divorce and we had agreed in the divorce
Mm-hmm.
there would be no child support. And the judge now signed off on this.
So
There'll
you
be no
got
child support because
a
in
court
this
order
marriage,
not to pay child
right,
support. Okay.
he's got one child and she's got one child. They're only 2-year difference in them.
Mm-hmm.
So if she filed child support against him and I go file child support against her, they just gonna cancel each other. Because the same money I'm sending her, she gonna have to turn around and send it back to me.
Right.
The court says so there will be no child support.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm cool. Then one day I get a call. Well, I didn't get a call, I got a letter. You owe child support. I said the devil is a lie. I don't owe no child support.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the government talking.
Yeah.
Hard to argue with the government.
Yeah.
And so he sent me a letter. I tear it up. I don't owe no child support. I throw it away. So you gonna stop tearing these letters up? I one day got a letter. You don't show up to court
Mm-hmm.
and do this, we're gonna put a warrant out for your arrest. You understand? The only jail I ever been inside of was the one in my head that I saw on television. On Law and Order.
Mm-hmm.
In Starsky and Hutch. I ain't
Right.
never been in no jail.
Mm-hmm.
Kid ain't going to jail. So let me go down here in juvenile court and find out what's going on. Cause we ain't doing this. And so I go down there and talk to the judge and keep going through it. And one time I go back and he's like, look, you're down here and I keep telling you you owe child support. Even though I'm showing him the letter from the Chancery Court.
So you're standing in front of a new judge.
Well, I'm at juvenile court, so
Okay. Okay. So
different
you
court,
were in civil court with the divorce,
right?
and now
Civil
you're in
court.
juvenile court
Now I'm in juvenile court
in front of a new judge.
in front of a judge.
Okay.
Okay, and he's looking at documentation that the state of Mississippi has sent him, saying that she's getting assistance for that child down there, and that's the only child they got,
Mm-hmm.
and he needs to be supporting that child.
So did she lied?
Of course she did.
Why do you think she did that?
I think I could be wrong. I think it was because the guy she was with.
Influenced her
Right. Because, ain't speaking ill of the dead, but he was a trifling
So
And so,
he died?
yeah, he's dead now.
Oh wow.
I don't want to say God rest his soul, but somebody rest his soul. But anyway, um, he man, the dude was he was a joke, but anyway, he ain't speaking of that. And so the judge told me if you don't pay this money, Matter of fact, told the 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 uh the bailiff,
Mm-hmm.
bailiff, get him and take him in the back. And if he don't pay this money by the time the end of my court out his money, take him across the street to 201. I'm like, what is 201? You know, what 201? What, we going to the bar? We gonna sit at the bar, club 201, and we gonna have a drink or something? No, 201, they ain't never been, what is this? 201, 201, 2 and 1 is 3. Oh, that may be my lucky number with the craps. I don't know. But I'm going, man, 201. And the babe said, if you don't know, that's the jail. And we ain't gonna walk you across the street. We got a tunnel under the jail. I'm just gonna, like, okay, I'm going through no tunnels because I don't like tight spaces. Claustrophobic. You know, so I had to call my wife, man, baby, get down here. But the thing is, he's looking at the paper that one magistrate has signed off on saying no child support. So what I had to do, I had to stop thinking I can do this. This is what I mean. We think we can do everything. Dude, you know mathematics and you know the Bible. You don't know nothing about the law. Get your ass a lawyer.
Right.
Get a lawyer.
Because I mean, they don't necessarily follow logic
Right.
in the court.
See, he's following the law. And I'm telling him how I feel. Listen, you ever go down judge? Do you ever go down June court? The judge don't give a damn how you feel or what you think. And that's why you got to get somebody that knows the law to speak up for you, to be your mouthpiece. I'm a man. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna tell him and you're gonna be going across the street in handcuffs. Anyway, so I had to go get a lawyer, and then the lawyer explained to me. And when you go in there, don't you say nothing. But I want to say, don't you say nothing. But shut up. Let me talk. And there's a law firm out there. I think I was telling you about this one time. There's a law firm out there. I believe the name is Childress and Childress, and they specialize with working with men who are going through divorces, alimony, all that. They spell having the man's back.
Right.
Because the women have all these advocates out there. They got an advocate for everything.
Right.
And but men, we don't have anything. And that's partly because we don't want to get out and vote. We don't want to press Congress to change the laws and make it equal. Because I guarantee you, had the roles been reversed, the judge would have been lenient with her. Judge would not lenient with me. That white man was gonna lock me up.
Did he?
No, because my wife came down there and paid the money. And then when I got the lawyer came back and broke it down and everything and such and such. And he talked the language of the judge. I'm talking the language of the streets. How I feel. And telling him what you ain't gonna do.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I know you're black, but my robe is blacker than you. And it's got authority.
Right.
See, a lot of people don't know black, give black a bad rap. But if you study the word black, color black actually represents royalty.
Okay.
Yeah, study.
Okay.
That's why the Egyptians, black and gold.
Right.
Black represents authority, royalty. Gold represents purity. But anyway, I ain't gonna charge you for that. So
okay. Appreciate that piece of wisdom.
No. And so I'm telling him how I feel. My lawyer said, no, let me do the talk. And then he talked the language that the judge could understand. He got documents, same documents I had, but I'm trying to get them to the judge. Judge don't want to take it from me. But when the lawyer goes before him, and he's talked, because he's already talked with the prosecutor. So now the judge is listening. And so anyway, the child support was stopped. And I asked myself, well, can I get that money back I just paid? No.
Oh,
No, state of Mississippi got that.
wow.
We ain't gonna get in that. And you
Okay.
just you live, you learn, you know.
Right.
So like I said, I think if the roles had been reversed, it would have been different because they cater to women. They cater to women. And women by nature are caterers. So that's why they cannot raise a male child to be a man. I don't care what you say. I don't care if she's G.I. Jane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if her guns um
Are fully loaded.
fully loaded. He pumped up. She's bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm.
She can't raise him how to be a man.
Right. So I mean,
And
wouldn't you say that it's unfair of the court system if they're more lenient on women and more willing to give them more authority over the children? Wouldn't you say that's wrong of the court system?
okay, said this. It's wrong if you're trying to do something about it. If you're not trying to do something about it, it's not wrong.
Wait, explain that.
Thank you. Glad you asked.
All right.
So, if I'm not trying to do anything to change the situation that I'm confronted with,
Which would be what?
I'm going to keep getting the same thing. So, if I see the laws are unjust,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting out voting. I'm not going talking to politicians about what I need as a man so I can do the things that I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the women are getting out, they're advocating.
Mm-hmm.
There's a group out there, and I call their name the Now Organization,
Mm-hmm.
standing for the National Organization for Women of Women.
Mm-hmm.
They are male haters. They
Mm-hmm.
hate men with a passion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because they think a woman got a bigger dick than the man. I don't know, but they hate men,
It, it,
and
it
they
could
do.
it could have been one of the women that you ran across
It
too,
probably was, but they're doing everything for women they can to make sure the women get everything that they can get. And the women support these organizations. The men, we don't want to get involved in form organizations or if an organization trying to come about to support that organization.
So basically, you're saying if men want the laws to change, if men want the courthouse, the courtroom, and the laws to be more just and even and fair,
You
then
got
we
to
need
get
to
up off your butt and you
then
got to do
yeah we need
something.
to get out there and speak on it
You
confront the
got to.
situation.
And this is the thing. That's why I say men raising these men to be sissies. Because
They're
I'm not
they're
saying all of us, but we as a whole,
mm-hmm.
we'll get up and we'll fight for women issues. We'll fight for women right. What the hell about the men's right?
Right, right.
Come on.
Wow.
You know, the laws are changing just a little bit now because now on jobs, if your wife have a baby
Mm-hmm.
and she want to go back to work, I can go to my boss and I can say, look, my wife just had a baby. I need to stay at home 6 months and take care of this child because of the what is it, the Family Leave Act that was passed.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give me 6 months off. You cannot fire me.
Mm.
You don't have to pay me,
Right,
but you got to give me that Family Leave Act. You got to give me that time off to raise my child.
right.
It used not be like that because this is what they would say. Don't you have a wife at home? Don't that child have a mother at home?
Mm-hmm.
Don't give a hell about men. Get your butt out there and work.
Right. Nowadays, I believe most of these new buildings are required to have a lactate room to where either the woman can go in and feed the baby
Yes.
or perhaps the man.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Yeah. So and they're but they're moving like the hour hand on the
Mm.
clock. They're not moving like the second hand.
So women are more so moving like the second hand as far as
Yeah.
advocating
Yeah,
for
they stuff
change
they
and oh
yeah.
yeah,
But we sitting back on the sideline.
yeah.
Um
waiting for worse to get
Yeah,
worse.
we sitting on the sideline and we like Sam Cooke. I was born by the river in a little tent. See, we expecting the change to come, but we're not doing anything about assisting the change on coming.
Right, right,
But the women, they getting out there, they're doing stuff. Watch this. The elections coming up,
right. Mm-hmm.
the presidential elections and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just you go to the poll and vote. Just look at how many women are out there versus men.
Mm-hmm. True, 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 true.
You know, and they all in the politician ears. So that's why the politicians are catering to the women because they got their support. But they don't say anything about the man, especially the black man, and
Right,
we keep getting farther and farther behind. It used to be the white man and the black man,
right,
and then everybody else up on there. Now it's the white man, the Asian, the Latino, and the black man. We still falling behind. We were in the number 2 spot. Now we're in the number 5 spot, and we fast losing it
right. Yeah.
because our mothers have catered to us, and all we want to do is shake our butt and sing. We want to wear our britches down behind our butt.
Right.
We don't want to do anything positive. We want to follow role models on the radio and stuff.
Right. So
They got theirs.
yeah. So in closing, I mean, what advice would you say that us as fathers, as men, single fathers, what do we need to do as far as, I guess, ensuring that our children, and I guess the development of men, goes into a positive light? What would you say is a good food for thought, or word of advice would be?
I would say, first of all, ask God or whatever higher power you believe in, whether it be God, Jesus Christ, Allah,
Mm.
whatever, to change your thinking. To change your thinking. Pastor Holloway always says, stop thinking stinky. As long as you're thinking stinky, you're going to get stinky ideas. You're going to get stinky thoughts. Ask God to change my thinking. What do I need to be? What do I need to do to be a father to my child? First of all, my child needs to know that I'm going to work every day to support them. And I'm not talking about the mother in front of them because I can no longer get in her panties, somebody else doing it. My concern is you, my child, raising you. And that means I'm working every day. That means I'm holding a job. Do you know the average black man between the age of 18 and 32? True, look at the statistic.
Mm-hmm.
They work, they've changed jobs 6 times in a year. Look at the statistic. So if you're changing jobs 6 times a year, that's on an average. Every 2 months, you got a new job. Hell, you can't even stay there 90 days to get your damn benefits.
Right.
So your child can have insurance. Well, the mama working, she ought to get insurance. Hold on. That's your child. You're the head. God, what can I do to be a father to my children and not just a sperm donor? Our children need positive men, positive fathers in their lives. Not just the man that's with the mama, that's not the father. That's good if he's doing something. But damn it, if he ain't doing nothing, I'm taking care of mine. Get involved in politics. Just like women get involved, they put the mayor in office that they want. Oh, these mayor get off. You can say what you want to. It's because of the woman. Why you think the president they cater to these women organization? The women gonna get out and they gonna vote. They gonna put some. They just ain't gonna talk the talk. They gonna walk the walk. We done damn 2 million men march. What have the men got out of it? Nothing. The women ain't done no march, and look what they got.
True. True.
So change our thinking. And I certainly appreciate you all again for availing this opportunity to me to speak. And I don't know. Men, wake up!